the first thing that it needs to write, or you need to write for the program to actually run, is in which package it is running. So right now we're using the EX package. So if I put something else, imagine just X, it will tell me an error. You're not specified what type of package or what are you using, or where is it getting the sources from. So we put E, but right now there's another mistake. One thing about Java is that it's very sensitive to uppercase and lowercase letters. So everything you write, or as you will see later on, is that there are some things that will start with uppercase and smaller case, and it's like language. Right now I'm speaking, and if we create sentences, there will be an uppercase and then it will end the sentence in a period. And it's the same with Java. We will start with uppercases sometimes and we will start with lower cases. But right now, as we have create this variable, because this is actually like a type of a variable to represent this package, we have to make the same type of package. Now, this is the important bit. Okay, so what does this specific things mean? So basically, the line uses the keyword class to declare that a new class is being defined. And basically, example, or in this case the EX, is the same name of the class, which is basically this over here. Example class EX dot class. And the class definition begins with an opening curly brace. In Java, everything, imagine you're writing a code, everything goes through these curly braces, and it's with a closing curly brace. The elements between the two braces are members of the class. That means that anything inside that brace, the curly brace, is gonna be run in that specific class type. In this class type, it is basically a public. Now, what does a public mean? The public keyword is an access modifier. Now, what's the meaning of that? An access modifier determines how other parts of the program can access the members of the class. So imagine if there's a party. The party is public, but few people can go to the private section, or a higher stand, or even a higher place, like a VIP type. So in this case, when a class member is preceded by public, then that member can be accessed by code outside the class in which it is declared. So if I'm creating, let's say that many classes, like there are 2 or 3 classes inside the package, this public class can be accessed through those other classes, Java classes that I've created. So it's a public class that it can interact with others. Now the opposite of it is a private, which prevents a member from being used by code defined outside of its class. So private, or something that you don't, basically the word implies the meaning that something that you don't want the external user to see, or some code or an arithmetic code that you have done, you don't want to show it, you will just do it under private. And simply it's done by replacing, instead of public, it will be private. and that's it. And right now we're gonna just stick with public. Public. Okay. And then we see this class, so that's just defining that this is a class. Right now we're going to use the main runout, or the strings, or basically what the user will have or will see, and that is defined by doing public static void main string arg bracket open, and the curly brackets, and there you go. So everything inside this is basically the runout, or the main visualization of this code, as you might say. So basically the main, the in this case main must be declared as public, since it must be called by code outside of its class when the program is started. And the next keyword in this is that, and that's the main part. So basically, what is this? We have known what is public, but what's the static meaning? And the keyword static allows main to be called before an object of the class has been created. This is necessary because main is called by the Java virtual machine before any objects are made. The keyword void simply tells the compiler the main does not return a value. As you will see, methods may also return values. If all this seems a bit confusing, don't worry. All of this concept will be discussed in detail in subsequent chapters. As stated, main is a method called when Java application begins. So the Java applications is always looking, okay, what I have to look at, it's the main part. So this is what the first glance of Java will be. So imagine you look at a sentence first, it will be its characters. So in this case, Java is looking at this main method, and basically the variables that's given by, and in main there is only one parameter, and this is string args brackets open bracket close, which declares a parameter named args. This is an array of objects of type string, and arrays are collective or similar objects. Now, in simple term, objects of type string store sequences of characters. In this case, arg receives any command line argument present when the program is executed. This program does not make use of this information. Previously, I've said that we have done this system.out.print ln hello world, right? and never forget the semicolon. Basically, if we run it, it will just display do you want application including subject deny? Okay, and it will display hello world. So what is it telling, or what is this code telling Java to do? Basically, this is the system. The system itself defines it. What am I looking at, or what I'm about to display? It's through the system. So the first key term you have to use is the system itself. The second one will be out. The out method in this case is just basically displaying. By using the system, it will display, and the print ln means where what it's like writing. Instead of print, you might just say that it's writing this on the screen. So print ln. So what's the difference between print and print ln? Let's see the difference. Oh, wait, why isn't there a difference? Now look at this. If I do another line, to make this step easier, I'm just gonna copy this code and paste it. And if I use system.out.print for both, you will see a weird thing. Both of them are in the same line. This is not like the code doesn't work as line by line. It doesn't work as if like this you see it. Okay, this is in this code is in line number 6, so why is, and the other one is line number 7, so why isn't it separating it? Basically, any Java code doesn't separate itself. You have to yourself tell the computer or the virtual Java to do this. So in this case, if I write ln, which is basically meaning after you write hello world, type enter, which just skips through the next line to the next line. So if I run this code, you will see that it will be in the next line as we wanted it to be. So it's print ln that modifies and makes it go to the next line. So basically, this is the main simple steps, right? And well, in the next video I will explain. Right now I've explained basically the main parts. And while you're always programming, it is best that you always put notes, and that is the best way to make your code, well, not efficient, but proper, and it can be read by other programmers, and they can understand what were you implying, or what's your comment on this code, or what's intention of using this kind of, what was the intention of specifically writing that line of code. So basically, to write a comment, there are like two ways. Essentially, the best ones are two ways, which is basically doing a double backslash, and then as you can see, it's colored green, and then you can write, okay, this is the class method. Right now it's simple, but as we progress it will get more complicated, so I'm just telling you the easy steps right now. And imagine you have a list. So in this case, imagine there is an A value, a B value. So, and there are different things printing out, so you will tell other people, and as there are different lines, but you want to integrate it into one, you don't want to write double slashes all the time, you do a trick. You do a backslash, and then you put a multiplication or a star, and as you enter it will expand itself, and these are like bullet points. So basically you write in the first one, okay, in the first system.out print it will print A. In the second one, as you enter, it will start multiplying its brackets. So you can just do this for ever, and that's like a really neat tool. And you comment, and for right now we will just need this type of structure: public static void main strings. And in the next video I will explain you what the computer is capable. So, the simple multiplication, division, addition that Java can do, or how to do it. So see you in the next class, and I hope that you had fun doing this one. Okay, bye.